everyone. Thanks so much for being with us today. We are thrilled to have you. I'm Jill Popelka, president of SAP SuccessFactors. We're so excited to talk today about human experience management because the world has changed since we were last together, and work has changed as well. We realize that it's so important to have people at the center of everything that you do. So we're going to have some amazing speakers talking to you about this today. You can see them on the stage behind me. But first up, I've got Marianne Abijay, our head of customer success. Hey, Marianne.
Hey, Jill.
Marianne, there's somebody missing from the stage.
There is.
Our Chief Product Officer, Meg Bear, is at home streaming, though. We know she is. Hey, Meg, it's great to see you. We're missing you here at Sapphire, but we're going to do our best on stage today.
We will. We will muddle through.
All right, so Marianne, this morning, in the Wall Street Journal, I saw an article that said empathy is a huge skill that people are hiring for today in managers. We talk a lot about this and putting people at the center. What does that mean? Tell us more about it.
Well, look, this Wall Street Journal article was amazing. Bottom line, guys, if you want to get a job, better make sure empathy is on your resume. It really talked about the focus on listening to your employees, taking time with your employees. And that's what we want to talk about today.
That's right, exactly. So as it happens, I wrote a book. It's called Experience Inc. We've got them for you over in the HXM area. We're very excited to share some with you. At 2:30 today, we'll be talking about that. Marianne, a couple of the things that I wrote about, one was purpose, belonging, creating employee agency, the choice for employees, and then recognition, recognizing the value that your employees have. I know you've seen this as well, but it's even more important. It's almost urgent for businesses today. Tell me what you're seeing out there.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I mean, work has changed in a huge way. Everybody's seen it. And what that's resulted in is the Great Resignation, the Great Reassessment, whatever you want to call it. Bottom line, it's volatility. And it's incumbent on managers, as we saw in this article this morning, to really focus on employees, to really spend time with them, to really focus on the employee experience at work. Because let's face it, where do we spend most of our time? At work.
That's where we spend most of our time. And you know, we know that people are starting to figure out how to fit work into their lives instead of the other way around, right? It's a critical element. Now, as we do this, you've been working with some customers as well. Tell me about some customer examples.
Sure. So look, we have a couple of customers who are pretty close to us where we've actually done some co-innovation. It's Microsoft and Doosan. And basically what we've done with them is brought work right into where we are from a collaboration perspective. So with our partners, we basically think of a situation where you're sitting in teams, right? And your colleague or your employee does an absolutely phenomenal job on a presentation. You really want to get that information into SuccessFactors, into the performance module. You don't want to have to switch applications. So within Teams, you push a button, you basically provide the feedback to that colleague or employee, and boom, you've got integration, collaboration happening right where you work, rather than having to change up.
You don't have to change applications, seamless experience. I know that Microsoft and Doosan are both customers and partners. That co-innovation project was a fantastic experience. So Marianne, I want to talk a little bit about people sustainability. And I know everyone in the audience has heard the word sustainability quite a few times as you've gone through the show floor this week. People sustainability is really about creating a workforce that can evolve and stay in front of market trends. And the way that we achieve that is through something we call the whole self model, by focusing on the individual and their desires, their needs, their passions, kind of reflective of that article we read in the Wall Street Journal this morning. But tell me a little bit on your thoughts on people sustainability.
Sure. So let's talk about the whole self model. What does that really mean? It means bringing your whole self to work. And you guys know what that means. It's not only bringing your passions, your talents, your goals, it's bringing your barking dog. It's bringing one of your 4 kids who's coming in to interrupt you. In my case, my husband and I, Dave, share an office. So guess what? Dave's part of my whole self. But it also means a lot of times we go through changes in life, right? And it changes the direction of our career. And that's what the whole self is all about. Now, we happen to come out with some technology that helps with this. Because many times we're in jobs that are, although they're great, maybe we have a passion for something else. As Jill knows, I'm a frustrated marketing person. So we have this new product called Opportunity Marketplace. Opportunity Marketplace, instead of telling you what you need to do, serves up opportunities for you. So as a frustrated marketing person, and knowing that Opportunity Marketplace is going live at SAP later this year, guess what I'm going to be looking for?
Those marketing roles.
Those marketing roles. Look out, Julia, here I come.
That's so exciting. You know, Marianne, we do know that careers are no longer just a ladder. People don't just aspire to move up and up and up. They often want learning experiences. They want to move laterally, maybe have a new career opportunity.
You know, I just used this example with my kids, just talking about their life experience and their career, basically letting them know it's okay if you go sideways instead of going straight up that ladder. And I see a lot of us doing that. I don't know if you remember, Jill, but I actually took 10 years off when I had kids. So I did go sideways, and then I came right back in, and I went sideways again, and then up, sideways, up, sideways. So I love that.
Well, we can do so much with our products today, especially when you include Fieldglass, you include S/4HANA. It provides you the ability to create a total workforce experience through the intelligent enterprise.
It really does. And we see that with a lot of our customers. Basically, we have customers who are very focused on bringing in contingent labor, making contingent labor part of their entire workforce. We do that with Fieldglass. And of course, S/4HANA is sort of that glue that brings it all together.
Awesome. Marianne, fun conversation. Thank you so much. So Marianne and I could keep talking about this all day. And right now, the guys in the back are going crazy because we haven't followed the script at all. We haven't even looked at our confidence monitors. But I know that there is someone that will do an amazing job showing exactly some of the things Marianne and I have been talking about. And that's our incredible head of product and design, Amy Wilson. Amy, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Jill. You're not so bad either. Hello, everyone. People sustainability. It is not just a nice to have. It is critical for our survival. Since 1975, organizations, companies have been on a downward trend, nearly cut in half in terms of their lifespan. And this is going to continue to happen as the pace of innovation increases. And agile organizations have the best chance to defy this, right? And they need to do two things. The first is to get a handle on their skill gaps and to be able to truly understand how to plan and rectify them. And two, the other thing that they really need to do is to quit all of that top-down focus on trying to upskill and reskill, but instead to embrace the power and the agency of individuals. And so what I'd love to do is to share what this might look like in the product, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of scenarios based on a professional services firm, right? And we're going to look at two scenarios. The first is around workforce planning, and this is combining Fieldglass and SuccessFactors data in the SAP Analytics Cloud. And then the second is looking at the ability to optimize sourcing and staffing for projects by bringing together S/4HANA, SuccessFactors, and Fieldglass. All right, so we're going to get started with the first one in just a second. But first, I want to lay the groundwork of how workforce planning has changed in the last couple of years. Historically, we have thought of workforce planning as being two distinct segments. We have, on the one hand, strategic or skill-based planning, where we're looking at far into the future. And then we have operational or headcount planning that's looking at the here and now, planning for next year's budget. Well, what's happened because of the rising skill gap and because of the pace of change, those two things are really converging, and it has completely changed the game. It's really one and the same. Instead of thinking about them distinctly, you can't plan your headcount for next year without knowing what skills you need now. So let's take a look. All right. Let's get this demo going. And so here we are able to see the various capability gaps that we may have across our organization. Generally speaking, we are understaffed in project managers, and this is hurting us because we are unable to bid on and win key projects because we are lacking those project managers. And truly, we are completely underfunded in terms of project management skills. And so we need to find ways that we can close this gap between the supply and the demand. First, we can take a look at the regions. And we can take a look at the regions and really dig in. And so while we see that we're well staffed in the Americas, not so much in Asia. And then here we can look at the supply and demand in local areas, right? We can go ahead and see that the Paris metro region is in good shape. So this might be something to consider. But first, let's see how we might be able to close the gap even faster by developing our own people. The Explorer allows us to look at data at many different dimensions. Let's take a look at gender and see if there's any disparities. Well, it turns out that we have more women with project management skills, so let's dig a little deeper. Well, when we add an additional filter for high performance, we can see that we have more high-performing men than women. We may have just spotted an opportunity to upskill women project managers that will both help us meet short-term needs while building a more diverse set of high performers. Now, part of our planning needs to consider risk mitigation. With only 14 of our 40 project managers at a low risk of leaving, our skills gap could grow larger without intervention. So we may need to accelerate adding headcount if this team is overworked and prioritize retention efforts to prevent this problem from growing worse. Thanks to SAP Analytics Cloud, this is possible today in our system. As was featured in Tuesday's session by Rajama Krishnamurthy from Microsoft, who shared a fantastic session on how Microsoft is leveraging this very tool to do workforce planning. But we are able to configure these visualizations that help us to identify skill gaps so that we can develop strategies to close those gaps equitably and with a combination of existing headcount and new headcount. All right, so let's go ahead and switch back to the slide with the two scenarios. Now we are going to switch from the 30,000-foot level of workforce planning all the way down to the daily operations of a professional services firm, which is all about staffing projects. And so for this scenario, I'm going to be a resource manager. So let's go ahead and kick this off. All right, let's imagine I'm a resource manager who urgently needs to staff a front-end developer for a critical client project. Now, instead of relying on my usual network where I call or email everyone I know, I'm able to quickly use the total workforce management solution at SAP to do so. And so I've run a talent search, and all the parameters were automatically included, and I'm able to find matches based on people's skills, availability, and cost. But right now, I see that people cost too much, that they're not necessarily available, and I'm able to add a rec to the opportunity marketplace. This is the internal talent marketplace where I can bring these projects to bear. I can also bring a requisition to Fieldglass. And so now, a little bit while later, we've got a whole bunch of interest coming in from both employees and contractors. And I can see that Robert here has raised his hand, and he's very interested in this project. And not only that, Robert has some of the skills, lots of interest, and he's going to help us bring our project in under budget. Now, we may have been a little bit more junior than we would have liked to have brought on, but this is what the world is all about. It's about creating opportunity for eager young minds and to create those experiential learning situations where we can grow our talent. All right, so we're super excited about this new vision that we have to bring the power of S/4HANA, SuccessFactors, and Fieldglass together to create an SAP Total Workforce Management for services. We're also going to be looking to do this for our shop floor experience as well. So really bringing that whole self to not just the SuccessFactors community, but to all of your SAP applications. Now the resource manager has the tools to quickly find more candidates while giving employees agency to choose their career and growth opportunities. And speaking of agile organizations and being fast, I'd like to introduce Mo Youssef of SAP and Vicki Furnish of NTT, who will discuss creating a culture of speed.
Thank you so much, Amy. That was awesome. And welcome, Vicki.
Thanks, Mo.
First of all, thank you so much for this awesome shirt.
Awesome.
And we love your story at NTT Data, right? Mm-hmm. For the audience that is not as familiar with their story, can you tell us a little bit more about your story?
Absolutely. We are part of an NTT Data family of companies. Our parent is in Japan and is 320,000 strong and has revenue of 112 billion. Following down to that, we have NTT Data Group, 170,000 employees and 40 billion. And within that structure, we have NTT Data Services, which I hail from. We're 50,000 strong and 4 billion in revenue. We're a top 10 provider in global business and IT services. And we are very well known for enabling innovation and our experience across the industries, all the way from healthcare, financial services, insurance, manufacturing, and public sector. And we continue to grow our business through strategic acquisitions. One of our largest was Dell Services, where we acquired double our size and expanded our footprint into 43 countries. Excuse me. And we currently have 4 acquisitions in progress. So acquisitions is a big name of our game in our world. In addition, a few of our clients, in case you can't tell, we are a title sponsor of IndyCar, but they're also one of our customers. And in addition to that, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island, Hilton, Cintas, Public Transit in Victoria, United States Air Force. I could keep going on, but if anybody's interested, they can check out our website because we also have a lot of case studies out there.
And that's amazing. Let's talk more about the NTT Data move to the cloud. I would love to hear more about your cloud journey, where you started out.
Absolutely. Back in 2012, we were actually starting on our journey with SAP ECC. At that time, we were 5 countries and 20,000 employees. Shortly after we started our journey, SAP purchased SuccessFactors. We pivoted quickly. We made the decision and moved to implementation. We started with performance and compensation, and then moved shortly to Employee Central. We were able to get our Employee Central module implemented globally across all 5 countries in 6.5 months. And then in 2016, when I referenced our Dell Services acquisition, we were able to get the Employee Central record up globally, not all of the HR functions, but their core record up in 6 months from deal sign. So we were very excited about all of that. And from there, we continued to add the modules within SuccessFactors. While we don't have them all globally implemented, we do have a piece of the SuccessFactors module across the globe deployed. And before you ask, one question I always get, how did you do it and how big is your team?
Correct.
I will tell you, excuse me, that we did a lot of prep work. We did a lot of pre-work before we got into implementation, processes, decisions. We also had a lot of buy-in from our executives to make sure this is where we wanted to go. And I do have to say I had an in on a great innovation company or strategic innovator, NTT, if anybody cares. So they were able to get us up, and they knew our business. And they made a point to make sure they understood the HR side of our business. And then as to my team size today, I am very honored to manage a very large team, but the ones who manage our global success factors through configuration and maintenance are 6 very smart and talented people that are deployed across the globe.
That's great insight. Thank you. We've heard from all the leaders today the rate at which the way we work today is changing. And obviously, that's not different for NTT Data and how you're working. I've actually been exposed to a process that you guys are running internally that you call, racing for time and a culture of speed.
Correct.
I would really love for you to take us through the origins of that particular mentality and approach.
Absolutely. I will say that approach actually started with our business when they were working through the clients, but we had to adopt it internally in HR because things are coming at us so much faster, and keeping up with the needs of our people and our business has been very challenging. And I will say, as an internal support organization, our challenges are a little bit different when you're client-facing. Companies can no longer wait to implement newer technologies, or we're going to be left behind on our competitors. And that's not just in our business side, that's also on our internal side. So we're in a constant state of acceleration, and we're using technology to change the game. And in racing and in business, as you said, Mo, speed is the name of the game. And data and technology drive performance. So to compete in this culture of speed, there are 2 things that we can learn in the world of motorsports. First is reduce resistance. And the second, let's keep the pedal down.
I love those 2 sentiments, right? Reduce resistance and put the metal down. Can you take us through the idea of eliminating drag, right? And then accelerating in order for you to put the pedal to the metal?
Absolutely. One of the biggest speeds or barriers to speed in organizations today is our outdated legacy software and tools and technologies. And we can't keep up with the needs and the demands of our business. While it's easier said than done, updating those technologies and those systems will unleash a powerful set of capacity and capabilities. And as you heard, we started in HR with our Success Factors journey, but that race doesn't stop there, because you've heard there's lots of changes in technology. It doesn't stop. So what is great about that is we have a vast amount of technology to pick from. You've heard both Meg and Marianne and Amy talk through it all. You know what our curse is? We have a great amount of technology to work through. And it's all great stuff. But none of us have enough time, resources to implement it all. So the key is honing in on those things that you can identify and collaborate quickly to put in and invest your time and resources in, so that you're meeting the strategic objectives of your business, but also your people. And I want to emphasize quickly, because if you don't move quickly, technology has moved on past you. So we have to keep up with those technology changes as quickly as we can. And that puts all of us in a very exciting but very challenging position. And you heard Marianne kind of refer to it too. It's all about our talent. We are a professional services company, so people are core to what we do. And our approach is that if we put the right foundation in for our team and our people, our team members will be successful. If they're successful, we, by choice, will then be successful in our business. So one of the challenges, as I said, is talent. So what we've decided to do inside of NTT Data is to relook at the entire employee life cycle. We're starting from hire to exit and looking at everything in between. One approach we've decided to, and one approach that we've decided to look at the whole person, which you heard both Amy and Marianne reference to, is looking at our fulfillment model, end to end. One of the things that we have implemented recently is what we're calling our Global People Academies. It is basically an accelerated learning plan for campus hires and new entrants, people who aren't used to it. So what we're really going to do is we're not only training them with the skills and the tools they need to do the job, but we're changing it up a little bit and showing, here's your development path. Here's how you can grow your career, so that we move from just filling jobs to actually developing our employers. And in addition to that, we're looking at our full team. And I say full team because in the last 2 years, it's expanded. Usually we could do a whole lot of things internally, whether it was just us and our NTT practices, but now we have to look internally at our resources, our NTT practice or business resources, and we're looking at our partners like SAP and SuccessFactors and our third-party vendors to help us achieve our strategic objectives so that we can reduce our resistance and keep our pedal down because it's moving faster.
I love what you just described, right? It's a very clear approach in how you actually manage and lead change with a purpose. It's actually quite similar to something that we have called PAM. PAM stands for purpose, approach, and a mindset. It's a very logical, simple, step-by-step guide that our customers can use to actually plan out all the steps that they need to plan out in order to deliver exactly what you just said, successful outcomes and bring about value to the business. Well, it's almost time for us to come to the final takeaways. I know that went by very quick. What are some final thoughts that you would actually like to leave with the audience?
Absolutely. I think we all know change is constant, but what we're seeing is it's coming at us historically faster than it ever has in the past. And there's a lot of noise in the system because of that. So I would just encourage all of you to remember what are the strategic objectives that you are focused on with your team. Learn to leverage all of your resources. Ask for help when you can, because it's in this environment of speed and the speed of change, it takes your entire team to win the race.
Everyone, thank you again for joining us. I think that the story here is reduce the resistance and put the pedal down.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Vicki, Amy, Marianne, for being with us. Thanks all of you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone, for being with us today. Thank you.